kids, it's Katie, and this is Paraclete.
Alright, so today we're going to be discussing how to convert a fraction to a decimal. Yay! So what you do to convert is divide the fraction to get a decimal. So starting off with example number 1. We're given 11 over 25, and we're going to try to convert it to a decimal. So what you do is you set up a long division, put 25 on the outside, 11 on the inside, and put a decimal after the 11 and move it up. Now the reason why we're putting a decimal after the 11 is because 25 cannot go into 11. And so by adding the decimal, we're going to be able to add more zeros behind it. And 25 does go into 111. And so 25 goes into 110 4 times, and when you multiply 25 with 4, you get 100. So you subtract that and end up with 10. And so 25 can't go into 10, so you bring another 0 down, and 25 goes into 100 4 times. So you put the 4 on the answer bar, and that's how you get your answer. 11 over 25 is 0.44. And now moving on to example 2. So we're given 1 over 4, and we're going to convert it to a decimal. So you do long division, put 1 on the inside, 4 on the outside, and since 4 can't go into 1, you add the decimal and add the 0. And 4 goes into 10 2 times, which is 8, and then you subtract and bring a 0 down, so you end up with 20. And 4 goes into 25 times. 5 times 4 is 20, so you subtract, and it's 0, so that's the final answer. 1 over 4 equals 0.25. And now moving on to example 3. We're given 15 over 8, and we're going to convert it to a decimal. So you do long division, and how you set it up is 15 on the inside, 8 on the outside, and 8 actually goes into 15. So 1 8 goes into 15, subtract that, and you get 7. But since 8 can't go into 7, you add the decimal and bring the 0 down. So 8 goes into 70 8 times, and you end up with 64, and you subtract. You end with a 6, bring a 0 down because 8 can't go into 6, and 8 goes into 60 7 times. And you're going to subtract and get 4 and bring another 0 down because 8 doesn't go into 4, so you end up with 40. And so 8 goes into 45 times. 5 times 8, is 40, and so that's the end of that answer. So 15 over 8 equals 1.875. Next is example 4. So we're going to convert 5 over 7 to a decimal and then round to the nearest hundredth. So you're going to set up long division. So 5 goes on the inside, 7 on the outside, but 7 can't go into 5. So you add the decimal and add a 0. And so 7 does go into 57 times, and that's 49. Then you subtract, and that gets 1, and you bring down another 0. 7 goes into 10 once, and when you subtract, you get 3. But 7 doesn't go into 3, so you bring another 0 down. 7 goes into 30 4 times, and you end up with 28. And so, since you're rounding to the nearest hundredth, you're going to stop at 1, because that's 2 spaces after the decimal. And since 4 is under 5, the 1 is just going to stay a 1. So you get 5 over 7 is approximately 0.71. And now on to the last example, example number 5. So we're given 1 over 3, and we're going to do long division, so 1 goes on the inside, 3 on the outside, and 3 doesn't go into 1, so you're going to add a decimal and then add a 0. 3 does go into 10 3 times, and that multiplies to 9. When you subtract, you get 1 and add a 0. So 3 goes into 10 3 times. And again, 3 times 3 is 9, which equals to 1, and you bring a 0 down. 3 goes into 10 3 times. And so you see how it's going to be constantly repeating? So this means that it's a repeating number. And when this happens, then you add a line over the 3 to indicate that it's going to be repeating forever. And so the answer of 1 over 3 is equal to 0.3 with the line over the 3. And that's all I have today on how to convert fractions to decimals. Thanks for watching!